Today we're going to be talking about burnout. Now I have the formula and prevention methods in order for you to stop burning out, and I'm going to share them all with you. But first, for those that don't know what burnout is, the Google definition says that it is being completely exhausted through overwork. Now this is true, but this is a bit of surface level thinking. What is burnout really caused by? It is caused by stress and worry. And stress and worry in particular for prolonged periods of time is what causes burnout. Now, if burnout lasted 3 days, 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, maybe a month, that would be fine, and then you go back to yourself. But that is not how burnout works, right? Burnout can last months, and this isn't sustainable because let's say, for example, you're doing a monk mode for 1 month or 2 months, right? And you get a lot of stuff done in this 1 to 2 months, you're feeling really good about yourself, and then by the end of it, you're burnt out. And then you revert back to your old self for 10 months. Now, this is not sustainable, and the ROI on a monk mode isn't really worth it if you go really hard for 2 months and then you're lazy and burnt out for the rest of the year. Not only have you wasted months reverted to your old self, your old habits, your old routines, your old, life that you had even before your monk mode. It is so hard once you start feeling ready to go again to get back on the horse, to start that fire, to get that momentum going. It takes sheer willpower at first to start, the sparks and start the momentum. Now, I'm not against voluntary breaks, right? So after you do a big period of work, let's say you did 3 to 6 months of like really hard routine, had all your good habits in place, had everything in place, your life was going good, you progress. You can take a voluntary break if that's what you feel as though you need. I am fine with that. But burnouts are involuntary. You do not decide if this burnout is going to happen. Burnouts like creep up on you and you don't really realize it because a lot of the time this stress and worry is subconscious to you. You're not really conscious to it. You are thinking these thoughts, but you're just like, so focused on work, and you're just letting this like play in the background, all this stress and this worry. Now this stress and worry could be different, to different things. Maybe you're stressed over the amount of workload that you have, that you were doing. Or maybe you're worrying about the future constantly, like, is this work going to pay off? If I really put in this hard work now, will it be something? If I put in all this hard work and it doesn't amount to anything, everyone's going to think, I'm an idiot and, I'm going to be laughed at. You're going to be stressing, right? That's how stress and worry works. And it usually is in the subconscious. And you may be thinking these thoughts consciously or subconsciously, but they are there, right? And this is a big problem when you're on your journey because you're having all this background noise constantly and it's going to creep up on you, and that's when you feel burnt out, where you just wake up and you're like, I don't feel like doing anything, I can't. And why burnouts can last so long is not because of the burnout itself. It's because once you revert back to your old self, where you're doing nothing, you're not motivated, you're not productive, you're not really doing anything that's progressing you closer to the future that you want, to your higher self's potential, right? You realize how easy it is to be a loser, how easy it is just to be like everyone else. Like, no one is telling you to do this work. Maybe most of your friends aren't doing work, they're just like, focus on like their career or whatever the hell. It makes you feel ostracized and almost like, okay, like it is so easy. And the problem when this happens and this occurs where you revert and you get out of that habit of working is time goes by so quick because you're doing nothing of value. And when you're doing nothing of value, time just flies by. I've gone through so many burnouts and it's really, really annoying and really discouraging to feel this way, from going from like motivated, ready to go, clear, focused, hungry, to just this like docile person that just doesn't really care and who cares, blah blah blah, and your mental health is really trash and you're just feeling like shit all the time. It is a horrible feeling. It is a horrible feeling, and you will hate yourself in this burnout period. You're in this constant guilt cycle and you try to get out and you're stuck again, and you try to get out, you mess up and you make promises to yourself and you break these promises to yourself. You say you're going to do that but you don't do anything, and it's a really, really tough spot to be in, and it does take time to get out of it. Instead of being this burnout, what if I told you you could prevent this burnout from happening? Now, after countless experiences with burnout, I found the formula. What actually works, what can actually prevent burnout from happening. And I need you to internalize how important mental health is on your journey. So when you are making a goal or on the journey right now, you need to realize that mental health is your foundation. And especially in this case, stress releases. Now, the main stress releases that I use in order to stay calm, because that's the main thing. On your journey, you need to stay calm and collected. If you're like, you know what I mean? You're in a state of constant worry and stress, you are going to burn out. You got to be very calm. You got to trust the process. You got to enjoy the process. Now, the main stress releases you have to use are 1, meditation, 2, cold showers, 3, saunas or hot baths, right? And 4, exercise. These are essential in keeping your mental health at bay, but mostly stress and worry, because this is the main thing we're focusing on. There are many things to help with mental health, but we're not talking about that right now. We're talking stress and worry, how to prevent that. It doesn't have to be gym. It can be like fitness related exercise, you know, like swimming, running, whatever it is that you like. Could be CrossFit, whatever it is. And these are key. Currently, I meditate twice a day. I have a cold shower every day. I've actually had the cold shower habit for about 1.5 years now. I haven't missed one cold shower. I have a cold shower every single day. And something that I've just recently added in, which I've seen a huge difference, is sauna. And these sauna sessions have just helped so much. Just 10 to 20 minutes in the sauna has like improved my mental health. Not only that, it improves your muscle recovery. So luckily my gym has a sauna, so I just use that. So for you boys that don't have a sauna or access to a sauna, just do a really hot bath and try to do that 3 to 4 times a week, and you will see a major difference. These are the preventative methods that you need to be using in order to stop burnout.